Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of my 4.8 powered Datsun build. Got a little bit of an upgrade to the camera today, so hopefully the videos will be looking better from now on. We're going to get back to work on the engine mounts for this thing. At the end of the last video we left off with that second engine plate needing to be re-drilled to help move it over towards the front of the vehicle. We've got that done and we're going to be dropping it in once more for another test fit. Alright, so we got the engine drop back down in the car. We're going to pull out our square pipes and see how well they fit to the motor mounts. Okay, so we got a piece of our square tubing here that's been cut down to 7 3/4 inch. Slide it in. We're actually getting pretty close here. I would say probably another ½ inch has to come off this. And that should give us enough room to get everything lined up here. Luckily, moving the plate forward has worked, so we should be good to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off another ½ inch on these, and we'll test fit it while the engine's still sitting there. Okay, so I've been working on getting the engine set up where I'm going to have it positioned finally in the car. Using the level here, I'm able to get a rough idea if it's tilted, ruddered in or out at the back. So I'm just checking the distance between the radiator mount and the level that I have on the intake manifold fairly straight. I know it's not going to be perfect. I've used a jack to hold up the rear of the transmission and then the engine leveler to tilt it left and right till I get it centered. So now I can go ahead down here and I'm going to be able to accurately measure where I'm going to be mounting the square tubing. I've had to just bite the bullet and re-drill the hole for this motor mount. It just wasn't working out where it was, so that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so here we have the completed motor mounts bolted up to the engine, and we're going to drop it back in and see how it fits. Okay, so we've got it dropped in, resting on the engine mounts. Totally disconnected the hoist, so the only thing holding it up is a jack on the transmission, keeping it at the right angle. It looks like we actually have pretty good clearance. The front pulley there clears the steering gear down there, just barely. And we should be alright to get a set of headers on this thing and run some exhaust. Okay guys, ran into a big problem at the start of the day. Had the engine in the car on the motor mounts and made a huge mistake of not checking the exhaust manifold clearance, which ended up smacking the top of the mount. So I went ahead and started from ground zero again. Just finished welding this up here. So that's it now. I've got it moved down about 1 inch so it clears the manifold. Boxed off the end of the tube. Drilled out 2 diameters for the holes. Yeah, that's where I had to cut it off. And then we braced it at the top and at the bottom here. Just a flat piece for tensile strength when the mount it's going to be stretched out that way, and then a little brace on the top just because I could. So we pretty much got it in the car now. I'm going to start working on getting clutch fork clearance and the transmission mount.